Commercial movie. Just have, you know, but not exactly for sure.
Actors Studio Theater. We're really glad. So any of you who never thought you'd be on stage, here you go. You can tell people you're on stage. So for Jeff Knadler, Director of South Stage, and myself, we want to welcome you to the 39th Annual Newton North, Newton South Shakespeare production. So I did wear my Newton South colors tonight, so yeah, I have to return it after the show. So many of you may not know this, but how do we fund our programs, both incredible programs at North and South? We are not given a specific budget from the city. Okay, we are given a small, a modest stipend budget to pay for directors, advisors, and folks to come in and work with us. But other than that, we're pretty self-sufficient. So how do we pay for the props, the costumes, the rights, the royalties, the wood, my shoes, things like that? Very simple, 3 streams of revenue. Ticket sales, you folks coming to see our shows, that's like a bulk of, if you don't come to see our shows, we can't do what we do. Donations and incredible generosity by our local business community. If you go through the program, you can see their ads. They sponsor us all year. So without those 3 streams of revenue, Theater Inc. and South Stage could not provide all these incredible experiences for students both on and off stage. And yes, these experiences we know can be real game changers for all of our students. Why is that fun? Also want to remind you at this time to please turn off all electronic devices and that the taking of any photography is prohibited during the show. And without further ado, Romeo and Juliet.
To be valiant to sustain, therefore if thou art moved, thou runst away.
A dog of the house showed thee to stand.
That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest go to the wall. The quarrel is between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one. I shall show myself tired when I fought the men. I'll be cruel with the maids and cut off their heads.
The heads of maids?
Aye, the heads of maids with their maiden heads. Take what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in a sense that feel it.
Me they shall feel while I'm able to stand. 'Tis known I'm a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not fish, if thou hadst been poor John. Draw thy tool. Here comes to the house of Montague.
My Nick with this quarrel I will fasten.
How? Turn and run?
Fear me not.
No, Mary. I fear thee.
Let us take the larboard side. Let them begin.
I will. Frown as they pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare. I shall bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them, if they bear it. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir? I do bite my thumb, sir. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir? Is it the larboard side if I say I?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir. Oh, I do, sir.
Say better. Here come one of our master's kinsmen.
Yes! Better, sir. You lie.
Fools! Put up your swords! You know not what you do!
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn me! Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or manage it to part these men with me.
What, drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward! I look for hope!
I call you for a sword!
Now what do we have? You had to tell me
Two households, both alike in dignity and fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal loins, these two foes, a pair star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife.
The fearful passage of their death-marked love and the continuance of their parents' rage, which with their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage.
The which if you with patient ears attend, we here shall miss our toil strive to mend.
What ho, you men, you beasts that quench the fire of your pernicious rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins, on pain of torture from those bloodied hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If you ever disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall come along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel when you approach? Speak, nephew. Were you by when it began? Here were the servants of your adversaries, and yours, close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tybalt, with his sword prepared. But we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more, and fought on part and part, till the prince came, who parted either part.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right, glad I am who's not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before, the warshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east. A troubled mind drave me to walk abroad, where, underneath the grove of sycamore, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew. Away from the lights he was home by a heavy sun, and private in his chamber pents himself, shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must his humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him,
Have you importuned him by any means?
both by myself and many other friends.
Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would willingly give cure as know.
See where he comes. So please you, step aside. I'll know his grievance, or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay to hear true shrift. Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But you struck 9?
I made set hours seem long. Is that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love,
Out.
of love.
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without icy pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh me, what fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I've heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, O brawling love of loving hate, O anything? Of nothing first create, O heavy lightning, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, stick up, shall make you sleep. That is not what it is. This love feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz, I rather weep.
Good heart at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why, such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have impressed with more of thine. This love thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of mine own. Farewell, my cuz.
Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
I've lost myself. I'm not here. This isn't Romeo. He's some other where.
Tell me, in sadness, who is that you love?
What, shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan? Why, no, but sadly, tell me who.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so near when I supposed you love.
A right good mark, man. And she's fair, I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz is soonest hit.
Well, in that hit you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrows, she hath Diane's wit. And in strong proof of chastity, well armed from love's weak childish bow, she lives unharmed.
And she hath sworn that she will still live chaste.
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste.
Be ruled by me, forget to think
Oh,
of her.
teach me how I shall forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to colors exquisite, in question more. And for farewell, I see thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
Montague is bound as well as I. Healthy life, and it's not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning on you both, and pity 'tis you've been alone so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
Saying a word what I've said before, my child is yet a stranger to the world. She's not seen the change of 14 years. The 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
But too soon martyr those so early made. It hath swallowed all my hopes, but she is my hopeful lady of the earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part, and she agree within her scope of choice lies my consent, and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I've invited many guests, such as I love, and you among the score, one more most welcome, makes mine number more. Inherit at my house, here all see, and like her most whose merits most shall be. Come, go with me. Go, Sirrah. Trudge about, through fair Verona, find those persons out, whose names are written here, and to them say, my house and welcome, on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here? Well, it is written here that the shoemaker should meddle with his yard, and the tailor with his lath, and the fisher with his pencil, and the painter with his net. But I'm sent to find those persons whose names are here writ. I can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned, in good time.
Tight, man! One fire burns out, another's burning. One's pain is lessened with another's anguish. Turn giddy and be halt by backward turning. One desperate grief cures with another's languish. Take thou some new infection to thy eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
God, Godin, I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, mine own fortune and my misery.
Well, perhaps you've learned without book. I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters in the language.
Ye say honestly, rest you, Mary.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselm and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Vitravio, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, Monaco Capulet and his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline and Livia, Signor Valencio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly, whither should they come?
Up,
Whither?
to supper, to our house.
To whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet. And if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray, come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you, Mary.
At this same ancient feast of Capulets, sups the fair Rosaline whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye, compare her face with some that I will show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
What fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match till first the world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye, but in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid that I will show you shining at this feast, and she will scant show well that now shows best.
I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
come back again. I have remembered me. Thou hear a counsel. Thou knowest my daughter is of a pretty age.
Babe, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 on my teeth, and yet to my teeth be it spoken. I have but 4. How long is it now to longest tide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd of all days of the year, come longest even night, that she shall be 14, that she shall marry. I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake, now 11 years, that she was weaned. I never shall forget it. Of all days of the year, upon that day, for I had then laid wormwood to my doves, sitting in the sun under the dove house wall, my lord and your then in Mantua. Nay, I do bear a brave, but as I say.
Enough of this, I pray thee. Hold thy peace.
Peace I have it done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou was the prettiest babe that I e'er nursed, and I may live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Married. That married is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
An honor? Were not I thine only nurse? I would say thou hast of wisdom from thy teeth.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now made. Thus, then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady. Lady, such a man of all the world wide, he's a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? Tonight you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris' face, and find delight with there with beauty's pen. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him only lacks a cover. So, shall you share all that he doth possess, by having him making yourself no less?
No less, nay bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like with Paris' love?
I'll look to like if looking likely move, but no more deep will I endart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam! Oh! The guests are come. Supper served up. You called my young lady, asked for the nurse, cursed in the pantry, and everything the extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you, follow straight. We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl. Seek happy nights to happy days.
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. Memories on shore.
Give me a torch, I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles, I with soul of lead. So stake me to the ground, I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I'm too sore and pierced with the shaft to soar with his light feathers. And so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, should you burn in love, too great an oppression for such a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? Is it too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn?
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
I'll be a candle holder, look on.
Go, we burn daylight up.
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay. We waste our lights in vain like lamps by day.
And we mean well in going through this mask, but 'tis no way to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
The dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see that Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone, on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a T of little avenues of sportmen's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon, spokes of made of long spider's legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web. Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her chariot is an empty hazelnut. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brain, and then they dream of love. Of curtsies' knees that dream of curtsies straight, of lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, of ladies' lips that straight dream on kisses dream, which oft the angry Mab with blisters plagues because their breaths with sweet feet tainted are. Sometimes she driven soldiers' neck and dreams he of cutting foreign throats of breeches and busket
Petruchio, peace, thou talkst of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air and more constant than the wind.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail on, lusty gentlemen, strike from.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes and play with cords all about with you. Ah, my mistresses, which of you all now denied to dance? She that makes dainty, she elsewhere has cords. Am I come to ye now? You are welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. A hall, a hall. Give room and foot it, girls.
What lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. Did my heart love till now forswear its sight? For I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This by his voice should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares the slave come hither, covered in an antic face now, by the stock and honor of my kin to strike him dead? I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain, hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz. Let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman, and to say truth, Verona brags of him. To be a virtuous and well-governed youth, how not for the wealth of all the town here, my house doom disparagement. Therefore, be patient. Take no note of him. It is my will, the which if thou respect, show fair presence, and put off these frowns and ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
It fits. When such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What good man, boy? Say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here, or you? Go to. You'll not endure him. God shall make my soul. You make a mutiny among my friends.
Why, uncle? 'Tis a shame.
Go to. Go to. You're a saucy boy, so indeed was contrary. Be quiet, I'll make you quiet. What? Cheerly, my heart.
I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall now seeming sweet convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle find is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much. Which mannerly devotion shows in this? For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Well, have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
I, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou less faith to turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, for my prayer's effect I take. Thus, for my lips by yours, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin for thy lips? Trespass really years. Give me my sin again.
Madame, your mother bears a heart of you.
What is her mother?
Married, bachelor. Her mother is a lady of the house.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account, my life is in my foe's death.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate? Too early seen unknown and known too late.
Can I go forward where my heart is here? Turn back dull earth and find my center out.
Romeo! My cousin? Romeo!
He is wise, and on my life hath stolen him home to bed.
He ran this way and leaped this orchard wall. Call, good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure him too. Romeo, humors, madman, passion, lover, appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry but I me, and pronounce but love and dove. I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eyes, her high forehead, her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh, and the domains there adjacent lie. That in thy likeness thou appear to us!
Come, he hath hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Romeo, good night! I'll to my truckle bed, for this field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here that means not to be found.
He just as scars that never felt a wound. Soft, what light the yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. But she knew she were. She speaks as she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer. I am too bold. It is not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, doth entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daily doth the lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
I me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being over my head as is a winged messenger of heaven.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What is a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, still retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me beloved, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou, who screened at night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By name I know not how to tell thee who I am. For my name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb. The place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I o'erpart these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no let to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden flesh repaint my cheek for which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. But if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest I'm too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess. But that thou overheardst ere was I aware of my true love's passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, I swear by yonder blessed moon that tips with silver.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
Well, what shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear
Well,
love...
do not swear at all. Though I join in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet.
Would that leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine?
I did give thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it for what purpose, love?
But to be frank and to give it to thee again, for I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Ladybird!
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I'm feared, being a knight, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that all procure to come to thee. When and where thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come, anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come, to cease thy suit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worst to want thy life.
Romeo!
My love?
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
At the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand to ensure thou rememberst it.
I shall still forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's bird who lets it hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of its liberty.
I would that bird.
Sweet, so would I. Yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep well upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest.
Gray-eyed morn smiles on a frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. Now, ere the sun advances burning eye, the day to cheer and night's dank dew to drive, I must not fill this osier page of ours with baleful weeds and precious juice of flowers. The earth that's nature's mother's is her tomb. What is her bearing engraved in this her womb? From her womb, children of divers kind. We sucking on her natural bosom find many for many virtues excellent. None but for some, and yet all different. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice sometimes by action dignified. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. And this being smelt, with that part cheers each part, and being tasted slays all senses with the heart. Two such opposite kings encamp them still, in man as well as earth's grace and good will. And where the worser is predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Good morrow, father.
Benedicte, young son, it argues that his tempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Why care keeps his watch in every old man's eye, and where care lodges, sleep will never lie. Therefore thy earliness doth me assure, thou art upraused by some distemper sure. Or if not so, then here, I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The last is true, the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Was that with Rosaline?
With Rosalind, my ghostly father, no. I forgot that name and that name's word.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee, ere thou askest me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me. That's by me wounded. Both are remedies within thy help and holy physic lies.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine. And all combined, save without was combined by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed and made exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline, who hath his love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies, not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline. Lo, here upon thy cheek a stain doth sit, of an old tear that is not washed off yet. If e'er thou wash thyself in these woes nine, thou in these woes were all for Rosaline. And art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Women may fall when there's no strength in men.
I pray thee, chide not. She whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow, and the other did not so.
Oh, she knew well. Thy love did read by rote and could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect, I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Don't let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke with this man.
Ah, that same pale-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life!
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master. How he dares, being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo! He is already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart cleft with a blind bow-boy's butt shaft. And yet, he is a man to encounter Tybalt.
Why, what is Tybalt?
Oh, he's more than a prince of cats, I can tell you. The very courageous captain of compliments, the very butcher of a silk button, a duelist, a gentleman of the very first house, the first and second cause. Ah, the immortal passado, the punto reverso, the hay!
The what?
The pox of such antic, lisping, affecting fantasticos, these new tunners of accents.
Here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Ah, without his roll like a dried herring. Flesh, how art thou fishified? Signor Romeo, bonjour. Here's a French salutation for your French slug. He was quite the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, my business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may stray in courtesy.
That's as much to say such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hams.
Meaning to courtesy?
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower?
Right.
Why, this is my pump well flowered.
What? Is this not better now than groaning for love? Thou art sociable. Thou art Romeo. Thou art what thou art, as art I will find him.
Stop there. Stop. There.
His goodly gear.
A sail! A sail!
You too, a shirt and a smock.
Peter!
On.
My fan, Peter!
Good Peter, to hide her face, for her fan is the fairer face.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen.
God, you good den, fair gentlewoman.
Is it good then?
'Tis no less, I can tell you, for the body hand of the dials upon the frickin' out upon you, out of you!
One good gentlewoman that God hath made for himself tomorrow.
By my troth is it well said. for himself to mar. Quote, gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
Well, I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you found him than he was when you saw him. I'm the youngest of that name, for a fault of a worse.
You say well.
Yea, is the worst well? Very well took, if they wisely.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to some supper.
Abad, so
What hast thou found?
no hair, sir, unless a hair, sir, in a Lenten pie. That will be something stale and poor if be spent. Romeo, will we come to your father's? Will to dinner thither?
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell, lady.
I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery?
One nurse that loves to hear himself talk.
Scurvy knave. I'm none of his flirt gills, I'm none of his skating's mate, and thou must stand by too? Is it for every making at his pleasure?
I saw no man use you a pleasure. If I had, my weapon should quickly have been out. I warrant you, I dare draw as soon as another man, if I see occasion in a good quarrel and the law on my side.
I am so vexed that every part of me quivers. Scurvy knave. Pray you, sir, a word. As I told you, my lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me say, I will keep to myself. But let me tell ye, if ye should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it is a very gross kind of behavior, as they say, and a weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Good heart, and a faith will tell her as much. Lord, Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
What wilt thou tell her, nurse? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which I take it is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to ship this afternoon, and there she shall at Friar Lawrence's cell be shrived and married. There's for that pains.
No, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
This afternoon, sir, well, she shall be there.
And stay, good nurse, behind the abbey wall. For within this hour my man shall be with thee, and bring me cords made like a tack and stair, which to the high top gallant of my joy must be my convoy in this secret night. Farewell, be trusty, and I'll quit thy pains. Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
God in heaven bless thee. Oh, hark you, sir. There is a nobleman in town, one Paris, that would fain lay knife aboard. But she, good soul, has a leak. See a toad, a very toad, I see him.
Commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times. Peter!
And on!
Peter, take my fan and go before in a pace.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so.
Oh, she is lame. Love's heralds should be thoughts which 10 times faster glide than the sun's beams, driving back shadows over luring hills. Therefore do nimble pinioned doves draw love, and therefore hath the wind swift Cupid wings. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she would be in swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and kiss to me.
But old folks, many faint as if they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead.
Oh God, she comes. Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him?
Send my man away.
Either. Stay at the gate.
Now, good sweet nurse. Oh Lord, why lookest thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
Fie, how my bones ache! What a charm have I had!
I would thou hadst my bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak, good nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to tell me that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make of this delay is longer than the tale that thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that, say either, and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad?
You know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face is better than any man's, and his legs excel all men's, and for a hand, and a foot, and a body, though they be not to be talked on, but they are past compare. He is not the flower of the courtesy, but I'll warrant you, as gentle as a lamb. Go thy way, wench, serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how I hate it! What a head I have! It beats as if it would fall into 20 pieces. Oh, my back! Oh, the other side! My back! My back! But sure your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant you, a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Oh, God's lady dear, are you so hot? Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforth, do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then I you to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now comes the wanton blood of your cheeks. There'll be scarlet straight in any news. I you to this church. I must another way to fetch a ladder by which your love must climb a bird's nest at night when it is dark. Go, out to dinner. I you to the cell.
High to high fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then love to our own death, do what he dare. It is enough that may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness, and in its taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady.
Good evening to my ghostly confessor.
Juliet, if thy love be deep like mine, and that thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten with thy breath this neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
They are but beggars that can count their worth. But my true love has grown to such excess that I cannot sum up some of half my wealth.
Come, and we will make short work. For by our leaves you shall not stay alone till Holy Church incorporates two in one.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the capital is abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now, these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one of those fellows when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table, and says, God send me no need of thee, and and by the operation of the second cup, draws it upon the drawer when there is indeed no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come, thou art hot as a jack as any in Italy, and soon moved to be moody, and moody to be moved.
And what to?
Why, wilt thou quarrel with the man because he hath wakened thy dog for coughing in the street? Dost thou not fall out with the tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter, and for another for tying his new shoes with an old ribbon? And yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling.
And I were as apt to quarrel as thou art, any man to buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
Oh, fee simple, oh, simple.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close. I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good down a word with one of you.
And but a word with one of us? Couple it and make it something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort? Dost thou make us minstrels and make minstrels of us? Look, to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Zounds, consort!
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw unto some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here, all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will fight for no man's pleasure.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man. Romeo! The hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the love I have for thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore, farewell, I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries thou hast done me. Therefore, turn and draw.
To protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, until thou shalt learn the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, come, dishonorable, vile submission! Oh, Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives!
I am for you.
Tybalt!
Raise her up. Prepare this outrage. Mercutio, the prince doesn't get forbidden. Banning is brought in the street. Hold, Tybalt, good Mercutio.
I am hurt. Plague on both your houses. I am sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
Aye. A scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man. The hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not as deep as a well, nor as wide as a church door. Mary, 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. I am peppered! I warn for this world! A plague on both your houses! Sounds! A dog! A rat! A mouse! A cat to scratch a man to death! A braggart! A rogue! A villain that fights by the book of arithmetic! Why, devil, did you come between us? I was hurt under your arm!
I thought all for the best.
Help me some house Benvolio, or I shall faint! A plague on both your houses! They have made worms meat of me! I have it! And soundly too! Your houses!
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, has got his mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my kinsman.
Oh, Romeo! Romeo, brave Mercutio is dead! That gallant spirit hath aspired the clouds, which too untimely here did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt, back again!
Alive, in triumph, and Mercutio slain, away to heaven. Respective lending of fire-eyed fury with my conduct now. Tybalt, take back the villain that late thou gavest me, for Mercutio's soul is but away above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou or I or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy that didst consort him here shalt with him hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo! Away! Be gone! The citizens are up and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed. The prince will do me death if thou art taken. Hence, be gone, away!
I am fortune's fool!
Must thou stay!
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Oh, noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manner to this fatal brawl. There lies the man, slain by young Romeo that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin, oh, my brother's child. Oh, prince, oh, cousin, husband. Oh, the blood is spilt. Oh, my dear kinsman, prince, if thou art true, for blood of ours shed blood of Montague. Oh, cousin, cousin. Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, but with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt. Death to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast, who all is hot, turns deadly point to point. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold friends, friends part, and swifter than his tongue, his agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes. Underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled, but by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, for ere I could draw to part them, was stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, Romeo did turn and fly. This is the truth. Or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live. Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes what law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that defense, immediately do we exile him hence.
No, please,
I reject! To pleading and excuses, nor tears, nor prayers shall purchase out abuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he's found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and attend our will, mercy but murderers, pardoning those that kill.
Excuse me, sorry. Thank you, sorry.
go. No, I do have it. I'll take it. You don't. I'll just hand you it. Juliet.
About sexual harassment. And let's talk about
It's funny. Molly's gonna can I have a piece? No, but no. What a piece of
yeah, sure.
He wasn't like spinning the ball.
You gotta go now because you gotta make it back in before they, because you're not gonna be able to, here, go that way. You're not gonna be able to make it back in after you turn up light. Do you want us to hold your water bottle? Hold on the empty valley up here. I know. Ed has to have it. Empty muffin top.
They keep staring at each other. Last night was the same thing.
I made it through work today, Molly. Meaning, yeah. I didn't laugh in front of anyone.
Thank you.
Me too. Actually, 8:45 is my good time. Yeah, so an hour after the as in sleeping. If she hadn't studied Romeo and Juliet in English, she has she did last year. No, studying Juliet. I don't know. But that's fine. She at least she went through
Here are your cookies and a little tax. Let's get some different apps. I think they were arguing.
When we saw the bed the first time, Faith and I thought we were here.
No, it's gonna be on one side, but like the stage with.
Like now we bring out the bed, but we're supposed to be in the porch. So it's like it's hard to follow. Like it's a long time to wait. Pages 44 and 122. Tomorrow's your date.
I saw one of my
Oh, good.
the one.
That's how it was back then.
And then I was like,
I mean, that's how it was in my time.
Is she in the back office?
thanks, yeah.
Maddie's going to teach you how to say, how to say Newton? Well, face to face.
You already.
Is it wrong? It's Newton, right?
It's not wrong.
If you're from Newton,
It's only wrong to Newton.
Newton, I don't have a key in Newton.
You're doing it right. And Maddie's the expert on it. Molly pointed out that the machines, you wouldn't expect it. Yeah, you can't follow.
I thought you were
Now it's just and then a cell, and then a house, and then an orchard, and then a cell, and then a house. And the bed, it's just not
I lay on the bed.
the full water bottle she's going to have.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love-performing night, that runaway's eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Come, civil night, thou sober-suited matron all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match. Made for a pair of stainless maiden hoods. Hood my unmanned blood bathing in my cheeks with thy black mantle till strange love, grown bold, think true love acted simple modesty. Come, night, come, Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving, black-browed night, bring me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of love, but not yet possessed it, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks of Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there? The cords that Romeo bid thee fetch?
Aye, the cords.
Ay me, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, well a day. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady. We are undone. Alack the day. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Heaven cannot, though Romeo can. Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Who would have thought of it? Romeo.
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? Hath Romeo slain himself? If he be slain, say I. If not, no. Brief sounds determine of my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eye. God save the man, here on his manly breast. A piteous corpse, a bloody, piteous corpse, pale, pale as ashes, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore of blood. I swooned at the sight.
Oh, break my heart, poor bankrupt, break at once.
Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, oh, honest gentleman, that ever should I live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slain and Tybalt dead? My dear loved cousin and my dearer lord? Well then, dreadful trumpets sound the general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed him, he's banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas the day it did.
Oh serpent heart hid with a flowering face, did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, was ever book contained such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There is no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blister be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Ah, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, hath mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you mistaking offer up to joy. My husband lives, which Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead, who would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? There was some word worser than Tybalt's death that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory. That banished, that one word banished, hath slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt is slain and Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end nor limit, measure bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound. Where is my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears, and mine shall be spent for Romeo's banishment. Take up those cords, poor ropes you are beguiled. Both you and I, for Romeo is exiled. He made you for a highway to my bed, but I maiden die maiden widowed. Come, cords, come, nurse, all to my wedding bed, and death not Romeo take my maiden head.
Go. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I will well where he is. Hearty. Romeo will be here at night. I'll to him. He is hid at Lord's cell.
Go find him. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid him take his last farewell.
Romeo! Come forth, thou fearful man!
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment hath vanished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment. Be merciful, say death, for exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished, and be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, since banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death, and banished is death mistermed. Calling death banishment, thou cuttest off my head with a golden axe and smiles upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it
Tis
not.
torture, and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing, live here in heaven, and may look upon her. But Romeo may not, he is banished. And sayest thou that exile is not death? But hast thou no poison mixed, no sharp-crowned knife, no sudden means of death, though ne'er so mean, but banished to kill me, banished, O fire, the damned use that word in hell, howlings attended. How hast thou the hearts, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and my friend professed to mangle me with that word banishment.
Thou fond madman, hear me speak a word.
Thou speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word. Adversity is sweet milk, philosophy to comfort thee, though thou art banished.
Yet, banishment, hang off philosophy. Unless philosophy can make a Juliet, this planet town, reverse the prince's doom, it helps not, it prevails not. Talk no more.
Oh, then I say madmen have no ears.
Why should thou, what the wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Rise. One knocks, good Romeo, hide thyself. Hark how they knock. Who's there? Romeo, rise. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome, then.
Oh, holy friar, oh, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
They are on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is in my mistress's case, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up, stand, you be a man! For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand. Why should you fall so deep in an O?
Nurse!
Ah, sir. Well, that's the end of it all!
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is with her? Does she not think me an old murderer? Where is she, and how doth she, and what says my concealed lady to her cancelled love?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps, and falls into her bed, and then starts up again. And Tybalt calls, and then on cries Romeo, and down falls again.
Is it that name? Shot from the deadly level of a gun did murder her. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, which part of this violent avenue doth thy name love? Tell me so let me sack the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself? And slay that lady too that lives in thee, by doing damned hate upon thyself. Fie, shamish thy shape, thy love, thy wit, what roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slew Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns into exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But, like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou pounced upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look thou say not till the watch be set. For then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back in 20,100,000 times more joy than thou went'st forth, and lamentation. Go before, nurse, commend me to thy lady, and put a race in all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes the map done too. Romeo is coming.
Oh Lord, I could have stayed here all night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My Lord, I will tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to shine.
Here, sir, a ring she bid me give you, sir. I you, make haste, for it grows very late.
How will my comforters survive by this?
Go hence, good night, and here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence. Sojourn in Mantua, I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand, 'tis late, farewell, good night.
But what a joy past joy calls out to me. And were grief so grief to part with thee, farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir. So unluckily that we've had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late. She'll not be down tonight.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she is mewed up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I'll make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she'll be wooed, in all respects by me, nay, more, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here, my son Paris's love, and bid her mark you me on Wednesday next. But stop, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday. Well, Wednesday's too soon. O Thursday let it be. O Thursday tell her she shall be married to this noble earl.
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get you gone. O Thursday be it then. Go you to Juliet and you go to bed. Prepare her wife against this wedding day. Well, my lord, like to my chamber. Ho! Before me, it is so very, very late that we may call it early, by and by. Good night.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, with envy streaks do lace the severing clouds yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and yoking day stands tiptoe on the misty mountaintops. I must be gone and live or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight. I know it, I. It is some meteor that the sun exhales, to be to thee this night a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needest not be gone.
Let me be tailed, let me be put to death. I'd more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How waits my soul its tog, it is not day.
It is, it is. Thy hands be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam!
Nurse?
Your lady mother is coming into your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary, look about.
Then window let day in and let life out.
Farewell, one kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so? Love, lord, I, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve as sweet discourse in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now as one dead at the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
And trust me, love, in my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I'm not well.
What, ever more weeping for your cousin's death? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And, if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some of grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
God pardon him. I do with all my heart, and no man like he doth grieve my heart.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expects not, nor I look not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Married, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant young and noble gentleman, the county parents at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not there make me a joyful bride. I wonder at this case that I must be wed ere he who should be my husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet.
Here comes your father now. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
So, take me with you. Take me with you what? Will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed? Unworthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom.
Not proud you have, but thankful you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How now? Chop logic. What is this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not. Yet not proud, Mistress Minion, you. Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but battle! Your fine joint is Thursday next, to go with Sir Paris to St. Peter's Church, while I'll drag thee on a hurdle thither. Are you groom sickness carrying? Are you baggage? You tallow face!
Fie, what are you, mad? No! Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, you disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church on Thursday, or never after to look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Why, we scarce thought blessed that God lent us with this only child. And I see this one is one too much. We have a curse.
God bless thee! You are the one to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue.
I speak no treason. May one not speak?
You are too hot.
God's bread makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone, in company, so my care has been to have her match. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, stuffed, as they say, in honorable parts, and then to have a wretched, puling fool, a whiny mammoth, and her fortune's tender, to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I'm too young, pray you, pardon me, and you'll be mine. I'll give you to my friend. You be not hang, beg, starve, die in the streets.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage a month, a week, or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh God, oh nurse, how shall this be prevented? What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse.
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished and all the world's nothing, for he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Then, since the case so stands is not a thought, I think it's best you marry with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishcloth to him. I think you are happy with the second match, for it excels your first. Or if it do not, your first is dead, or twere as good as he once were, living here with you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, or else eschew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, to Friar Lawrence's cell to make confession and to be absolved.
I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, almost wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue, which she hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor, thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy.
If all else fails, I myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slap his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love, for Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears. Now, do you know the reason of this haste?
Look, sir, here comes the lady toward my cell.
Ah, happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be away.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Well, so thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got some victory by now, for it was bad enough before there was fighting.
Thou wrong'st it more than tears wilt thou report.
That is no slander, sir, which is the truth, and what I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
It may be so, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure now, Holy Father? Shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure, sir, is me pensive daughter. Now, my lord, we must entreat the time. Hello.
God shield I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse you. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door! And when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past hell.
Ah, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. Give me some present counsel, or, behold, twixt my extremes and me this bloody knife shall play the empire. Be not so long to speak, I long to die. If what thou speakest speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope. If, rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris, off the battlements of yonder tower, walk in thievish ways. Bid me lurk where serpents are, chain me with roaring bears, or bid me go into a new-made grave and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things that to hear them told it made me tremble, I will do without fear or doubt to live an unstained wife as my sweet love.
Hold them. Go home, be married, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, no pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. Each part, deprived of supple government, shall stiff, stark, and cold appear death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou, dead. And then as the manner of our country is, thou shalt be born to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come. And he and I will watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua, and this shall free thee from this present shame.
Give me, oh, tell me not of fear.
Hold, get you gone, strong and prosperous in this home. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua, with letters to thy lord.
Love give me strength, and strength help afford. Farewell, dear father.
What? Is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, you may chance to do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is.
See where she comes from shrift with a merry look.
How now? My head's strong. Where have you been gadding?
Where I've learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and am enjoined by Holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you, henceforward I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county. Tell them of this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful lord at Lawrence's cell and gave him what become love I might, not stepped over the bounds of modesty.
Why, I'm glad on't. This is well. Stand up. This is as should be. This reverend holy friar. A whole city is much bound to him.
Nurse, will you come with me into my closet to sort such needful ornaments as you see fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not until Thursday. There is time enough.
Go, nurse. Go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
Gentle nurse, I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight, for I have needed many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which, well thou knowest, is cross and full of sin.
What, are you busy, Ho? Need you my help?
No, madam, you close if necessary, as our behold for our state tomorrow.
Good night, then. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins that nearly freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse, what should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I then be wed tomorrow morning? No, no. This shall prevent that. Lie thou there. How if, when I'm laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that my Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Alack, alack, 'tis not like that I, so early waking, what with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn from the earth, that living mortals hearing them run mad. Oh, when I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefather's joints, and pluck the mangled tibbles from his shroud, and in this rage with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's ghost seeking out Romeo, who did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, I come. This I do drink to thee.
Mistress! What mistress? Juliet! Why lamb? Why lady? Why is so the bed? Why love, I say? Mistress! Sweetheart! Why bride? What, dress? And in all your clothes? And down again? I needs must wake you. Lady! 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 Alas! Alas! Help! Help! My lady's dead! Oh, well a day that I was ever born!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look, look! Oh, heavy day!
Oh, me. Oh, me. Oh, my child. My only life. Revive. Look up or I shall die with thee. Help. Help. Call help.
Oh, shame. Bring Juliet forth. The Lord has come.
She's dead! Alas the day, she's dead! She's dead!
Alas the day. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead.
Let me see her. Out! Alas! Her blood is settled, and her joints are stiff. Death lies on her like an untimely frost on the sweetest flower of all the field.
Oh, woeful time! Oh, lamentable day!
Death, that ta'en her hence to make me wail, ties my tongue, will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, son, the night before thy wedding hath death lain with thy wife. There she is, flower she was, deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law, death is my heir. My daughter he hath wed. I will die, and leave him all. Life, living, all is death.
Have also longed to see this morning's face. To forgive me such a sight as this.
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day. Most miserable hour that e'er time saw in lasting labor of his pilgrimage. But one poor and loving child, but one thing to rejoice and solace in, and cruel death hath catched it from my sight.
Oh woe, oh woeful day, most lamentable day, most woeful time that ever I did yet behold.
Peace, fool, for shame. Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Dry up your tears, and stick your rosemary on this fair course. And as the custom is, in all her best array, bear her to church.
All things we consider carnal turn from their office to black funeral. Our instruments to melancholy bells, our wedding cheer to a sad burial feast, our bridal flowers serve for a buried corse. All things change these to the contrary.
Sir, go you in, and madam, go. And go, Sir Paris, everyone prepared to follow this fair course unto her grave. The heavens do lower upon you for some ill. Move them no more, by crossing their high will.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presaged some joyful news at hand. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead, and breathed such life with kisses on my lips that I revived, and was an emperor. News from Verona, how now, Balthazar? Does that not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal heart with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you.
Is it even so that I defy you, stars? Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter, get thee gone, and the heart of this horses I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight, and seek for means. No mischief thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, hereabout he dwells, which led I noted in tattered reeds with overwhelming brows. Sharp misery had worn him to the bone. Noting this pen reads myself, I said, and if a man did need a poison, he would stale his present death in Mantua. Here was a kid of wretch who would sell him. Now the same thousand to forerun my need, and the same needy man must sell it for me. If I remember the ship to the house, what ho, apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold. There is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, so soon as being here, as it will disperse itself through all the veins, that the world-weary taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. That the world affords no lot to make thee rich, then be not poor, but break it, and take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay for thy poverty, and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off, and if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There's thy gold, worst poison in men's souls. Farewell, buy food and get thyself in flesh. Come, cordial and not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan friar, brother, ho!
This seems to be the voice of Friar John, welcome from Mantua, what says Romeo. Or if his mind be rich, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother out, one of our order, to associate me, here in the city, to visiting the sick, And finding him, the searchers of the town suspected that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence had reigned, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speech naturally there was stayed.
Who bore my letter then to Romeo?
Could not send it. Here it is again.
Unhappy fortune!
By my brotherhood, that letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import. And the neglecting it made you much danger. Friar John, go hence. Get me an iron crow and bear it straight into my cell.
Brother, I'll go and bring it thee.
Now must die to the monument alone. Within 3 hours will fair Juliet wake, poor living corse, trapped in a dead man's tomb.
Give me that torch, boy, hence, and stand aloof. Yet, put it out, for I would not be seen. Whistle then to me a signal that here's something approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee go.
I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard, yet I will venture.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh, woe, thy canopies, dust and stone, fish, with sweet water, nightly I would do, or wanting that, with tears distilled by moans. The obsequies that I for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. The boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies and true love, right? What, with a torch? Not for me tonight, a while.
Oh, thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, engorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus, I enforced thy rotten jaws to open, and despite cram thee with more food.
Stop thy unhallowed toil, foul Montague! Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain! I do apprehend thee, obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Oh, think upon these gone. Let them affright thee, I beseech you, but not under the sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Oh, be gone.
I do defy thy conjurations and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Without provoke me? Then have at thee, boy.
Oh Lord, they fight.
Oh, I'm slain. If thou be merciful, open the tomb. Lay me with Juliet.
In faith I will. Let me peruse this face. Mercutio's kinsman of the noble county Paris, I will bury thee in a triumphant grave. Grave? Oh no, a lantern, slaughtered youth, for here lies Juliet. Her beauty makes us vaulted, feasting presence full of light. Death lies out there by a dead man interred. Oh, my love, my wife, death that has sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Dear Juliet, why do you get so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here in dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay here, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. For here will I stay with worms that are the chambermaids, and here will I set up my everlasting rest and shake the yokes of unauspicious stars in this world-weary flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, will you the doors of breath. Seal with the righteous kiss. A daily bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss I die.
What's here? A vial close in my true love's hand? Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after? I will kiss thy lips. Happily some poison yet doth hang upon them to make die with a restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Lead boy, which way?
Yea, noise? Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger! This is thy sheath. There rust, and let me die.
This is the place, there, where the torch doth burn.
The ground is bloody. Search about the churchyard. Pitiful sight. Here lies the county slain. And Juliet, bleeding, warm and newly dead, who here hath lain these 2 days buried. Go, tell the prince, run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues.
Here's Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard.
Hold him in safety till the prince come hither.
Here is a friar that trembles, sighs, and weeps. And took this spade and this mattock from him as he was coming from his church inside.
Great suspicion. Stay the friar too.
What misadventure so early up that calls our person from our morning's rest?
Sovereign, here lies the county Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before warm and new killed.
Search, seek, and know how foul murder comes.
Oh heavens! Oh wife, look! Our daughter bleeds!
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir more early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
O thou untaught, what manners is in this, to press before thy father to a grave?
Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspected, as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet. And she, there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her forced to County Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some mean to rid her from this second marriage. Were it my soul there, would she kill herself? Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended. For it wrought on her the form of death. Meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come as this dire night to help to take her from her borrowed grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. Then all alone, at the fixed hour of her awaking, he might have taken her from her kindred dwelt, meaning to keep her closely at my cell, till I conveniently could send to Romeo. But when I came, some minutes ere the time of her awaking, here untimely lay the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and as it seems, did violence on herself. All this I know. And to the marriage her nurse is privy. And if aught in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be sacrificed, some hour before its time, unto the rigor of severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua, to the same place, to the same monument. This letter he only bid me give his father, and threatened me with death going in the vault. I departed not, and left him there.
Give me the letter. I will look upon it. Where is the county's page that raised the watch? Sirrah, what made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. Anon comes one with light to ope the tomb, and by my master joined him, and then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of a death. And he writes that he did buy poison of poor puppetry, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Capulet, Montague, see what scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking on your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure. No more can I demand.
But I can give thee more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold, that while Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings.
The sun for sorrow will not show his head.
Go hence and talk more of these sad things.
Some shall be pardoned, and some punished.
For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.